And Coach, I know Idaho State probably made it a little bit more uncomfortable than you would have liked late in that game, but nevertheless, congratulations, your 4th straight victory.
No, well, I think, again, our guys' effort is really, really good. I'm really happy. I mean, Joe Rosga was something today, that's for certain. His energy, he's the Energizer Bunny, but it's contagious, and a lot of guys are giving a lot of energy, and that's what we need, you know, and every game's different. You know, that team is a zone team. We worked all week to get ready for a zone. Sometimes that's hard for our younger guys because it's new and that's a good zone team, but then they went man-to-man, and we didn't practice man-to-man really the last 2 days because we thought it was going to be all zone. So that's the maturity that, you know, where our guys have to, you know, continue to grow up so that in these situations we have different guys to go to, and, you know, it's just part of the process. So I'm just happy with how we're playing, how we're hanging in there, obviously. You know, I got to get to work with one of my assistants who's the foul shooting coach, you know what I mean?
And Coach, we talked before the game about keys in stopping Idaho State, transition defense and not getting beat by the 3. You hold them to 8 of 22 from beyond the arc and 0 fast break points. It's got to make you feel good for a young team that they're taking to the coaching.
Well, no question about it. These guys have done a really good job, and it's been every one of them. I mean, this team is really, in a short amount of time, really come together, and like we've talked about before, we have a good spirit. We got a good team spirit. I think you can see it. A lot of guys are making contributions, and, you know, we're being successful. So we have to continue to get our freshmen to grow up. You know what I mean? Every game's different. Like I said, I got to keep getting Holtzman in there. The more, you know, Neff, we got to keep getting those guys in there and keeping them going. And obviously, Rosga's playing a lot of minutes, but that's where our veterans, the older guys, they come through for us. Again, Nate Engesser was terrific today. You know, Brian and Bird, they've been steady for us. They've done exactly what we need to help this young team grow up, and that's why I think we have that kind of team spirit right now. And, you know, for us to be 4-1, if you'd asked me that at the beginning of the year with how young we are, you know, I would have been surprised. But there's a certain grittiness and toughness to this team that we've already learned to, you know, develop. And we got to make sure we keep honing that, and we're going to hit a little tough stretch here. Our next, you know, Saturday's opponent, South Alabama, is very good. Then we got Air Force and Wyoming back-to-back. So, you know, for us to be 4-1 with this tough 3-game stretch says a lot about our guys and how competitive they've been and how quickly they've grown up.
Coach, congrats. We'll see you Saturday.
All right, thanks, Raj.
There he is, head coach Joe Scott. After his Pioneers moved to 4-1, they've won their 4th consecutive game. 79-69, the final. We'll take a timeout, come back with more post-game coverage right here on the Pioneer Basketball Radio Network.